I'm Dr. Julie Marshall, and I have a blog called Dr. Julie's Fun Life. And so I'm a retired dermatologist who decided to start a blog, and it basically talks about things that I do in my life every day, or thereabouts, to make my life more fun. So some of the things I do include, I love to come up with fun outfits. So I talk about fashion, a lot of F's. I also talk about family activities. I talk about recipes, and then fun things I like to do, like holiday decorations, tablescapes, all kinds of things like that. I'm a gardener, I'm a reader, so I kind of talk all about those different kinds of things on my blog. So today I'm going to talk to you about actually a little mantle I made. I'm going to show you how I made this mantle here, and this right behind me. Yesterday I took down all my Christmas decorations. I don't know about you, when you take down those Christmas decorations, things really look different. So I went from having a really pretty house to all of a sudden having a really bare house. And so I thought, I can't stand it. And I had this monstrously big TV of my husband's, Mr. GQ, and I can't stand it. So usually at Christmas time it looks pretty because there's a mantle filled with greenery and berries and lights and all that. And I had to take that down yesterday, and I was dreading it. So let me show you what I did instead, so to kind of make things better. So I think it's a good idea. A lot of people don't decorate their mantles except for Christmas time, but I think it's a good idea to do it, throughout the year in different ways. So let me show you how I did this. This is really kind of fun. So I'll show you first of all how it looks when it's all finished. So it's kind of a pretty little greenery mixed together, and then some kind of a garland that I actually put in there. So I'm going to take it down, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. It's actually just really not that hard. So I bought all these online. And so what happens is, kind of pretty cool. Okay, so here's what I do. I tend to keep things like ivy and greenery. I actually have hooks down in my basement. My grandkids call it my beautiful room with the decorations. My little grandson. So what I did was I just went down there and I took all these, I hang all the greenery up there. Okay, this looks like it got caught in here, so hang on one second here. Let me see if I can fix this. Hang on one second. Okay, so the pieces this is the most fun piece. This is just a colorful garland that is, I don't know, maybe 6 feet, maybe 10 feet, I'm not exactly sure. And it's actually little red hearts and little pink beads kind of strung together. So they're plastic, but they're really cute. And these could be used in a lot of different ways. A really cute way to take a garland is to just take a crystal, a glass bowl or a vase, and just drape them inside there, and it just looks really pretty and festive. Anyway, so that's one of the pieces. Okay, that's gonna give it the Valentine's Day zhuzh. And as I was saying, I have this room downstairs where I keep all my different garlands. I have them hanging on hooks. And so what I did was, so this is a greenery. It's actually in 2 pieces right now. This is a little ivy, so long piece of ivy. I'll link it for you. So this is just, it looks pretty lifelike. It looks pretty great. It looks like a vine. And so I'm going to put these 2 pieces together up on the mantle. But before I do that, here's this other really cool piece, and I love this. I've used this a lot. This is sort of a eucalyptus-y looking stuff. This one actually feels more like plastic, but it doesn't look like plastic when it's up there, whereas the other one is more silky. So I'm going to take these, I have 2 strands of these and 2 strands of the ivy, and I'm going to actually drape them across the mantle first, and then I'm going to kind of weave them together, and then I'm going to put the red garland over that. So let's see how I do. I like starting with this clunkier one because it's thicker and it doesn't tend to fall off as much. So I just am going to layer that kind of across the mantle, like I did right there. So that should be okay. All right, and then let's see, I'm trying to get the light right for you guys. And then, so I'm going to do both pieces kind of like that. And you'll see the garland has a little bit of a ring on the end of it. I'll show you a close up. Yeah, it's a little bit of a ring, and that's just for, kind of hooking more strands together. But a lot of times I use this, and I'll take the tendrils, from something like this. Okay, these little tendrils, like here, like these little tendrils on the ivy, and I might kind of tie them together that way. So you'll see me do that in a few minutes. Okay, so first of all, up goes the eucalyptus-y looking thing, and we try and put it on pretty evenly, ish. Don't worry, it's not totally. Okay, so that looks, oh no, it's not quite right. So sometimes you have a little extra in the middle, and that's okay. So that looks pretty good, actually. So it's pretty even-ish. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's fine. And I'm just gonna Okay, then I'm gonna take the green on the ivy stuff, and I'm gonna start it kind of, kind of right next to this other guy. Okay, here we go. It's about the same place. Oh goodness. Here. I think I actually have to use a third piece. Now that I see it, I think this piece got cut in half when I was doing another arrangement. Yeah, so hang on, I have actually, so they're really only 2 pieces, but I kind of cut it up in half. So hang on, I'm gonna go get the little piece. Okay, I found the little lost piece. So as I said, they're really 2 pieces, but one got kind of cut in half. So I had to go find the little lost piece, and I have it now. And so I'm just gonna evenly distribute these guys. Yeah, so we got almost, yeah. So with the advantage of having the 2 different kinds of ivy, or the 2 different kinds of garland, is that it allows you to have more density, more like kind of fullness. And so then what I do is I go back, and this is a little bit artistic, but I go back in and I try and really kind of marry them to each other. I don't wind them around each other because I don't want to flatten it out, but I just kind of mix them, I kind of tie them together like that, so it kind of looks good. And then over here, see this little end, this little hook end, I kind of don't want that to be too long, so I'm gonna find one of those little tendrils or one of these leaves, and I'll just kind of slide this maybe through it, just so that it stays out of the, so it has a little bit of a shorter look without having to cut it off. I don't like to cut it off because I don't want it to, I want to be able to use it next time I'm doing something else with it. So again, try and make them look pretty tied together. Whoops, and that happens. So don't worry, just start again. And so I just kind of make sure that the end, that the little loopy section doesn't show. Yeah, there you go. And then that's good. So that looks nice and even and kind of fluffy and pretty, kind of cute. So let's see, can you see all that? Let's take a look. I want to make sure you can get the whole impression. It looks a little, from this angle, it looks a little uneven. But actually, when you look at it with my eye, it's actually very even. I'll give you a little video, off the stand in a minute. Okay, so now we've got this together. And then, now here's that really fun garland. So you're gonna start this baby, and he wants to fall down, so just be prepared. So we're gonna get him, we're gonna drape it evenly across the way so we know how to then work with it. And so we're gonna get it all the way over here. And again, I just kind of wing it. I don't really, measure it all real carefully. Okay, that looks a little bit uneven. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of clean that out a little bit. Okay, so then I see, yeah, I've got about the same amount hanging down on either side, but I don't want it to hang down much below the garland. It's too far down. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kind of pull it up a little bit and loop it up a little bit so that it doesn't hang down. And plus then you can see more of it up in the, on the actual, on the mantle. So I think that looks prettier that way. So I'm gonna pull this up a little, because you really want the action pretty much over here, a little bit. And again, and I know some purists and decorators would probably really wire all this in place. I just don't. I just kind of just pull it around, and then when my cleaning ladies come, they know that they're not supposed to mess with my decorations, so they don't typically do. But if they do, I just straighten them up again. So it's not a big deal. Now you could put lights on that, and I probably should have put lights on it. Now that I think about it, but I just. This whole idea of the garland just came to me tonight. So, but that's something, again, you could just add in there. So there you go. So that looks pretty even. Now the garland actually has a little silver loop on the end, and so you can kind of put that around one of these little leaves as well. And that just keeps it from hanging down and looking droopy. I don't like it looking droopy at all. So this is really fun. I love the kind of whimsical nature of this. I think it looks pretty. I think it looks interesting. I think it looks, artistic. Even at night. So this is how it looks. I'll try and remember tomorrow to take a picture of the day, but let me take this out of the stand and let me show it to you. I'll try and turn on the overhead lights and show it to you. So see, isn't it really pretty? Yeah, so look how cute all that little red and pink is kind of just woven through there. I might want to pick this up a little bit more. Whoa, you gotta be careful. Yeah, but it's worth it. Okay, so then we're gonna move you around a little bit. Yeah, so there you go. So this is kind of just a little, the whimsy that I was looking for, just a little bit of a red and pink kind of woven through this garland. I think it's cute. I think it's really Happy Valentine-y, and it's all, just for fun. So, and it's easy. So if it's for spring, for Easter, you could take that garland off and then just add, like, you could leave it just as it is, or you could even add little eggs, or you could add, colored eggs, or you could add silk flowers. I might do that.